aid, and an OTC Plus card with up to $252 a month for over-the-counter items, healthy foods, and home utilities. To find a plan that makes you happy, call 1-888-974-8509. That's 1-888-974-8509. Health First Medicare Advantage plans, where healthy starts.
Has your loved one suffered abuse or neglect in a nursing home? You do not have to fight this alone. Abused elders face a 300% higher risk of death. Watch for unexplained bruises, bed sores, or sudden weight loss. Missing money can be a sign of financial exploitation. Napoli Shkolnik has recovered over $20 billion for injured clients and holds negligent nursing homes accountable. Call now for a free case review. No fees unless we win.
No fund me? President Trump and the Justice Department say they'll abide by a court ruling that freezes his $1.8 billion so-called anti-weaponization fund that even had some Republicans recoiling.
I'm not sure that a $1 billion-plus slush fund is the answer.
It's stupid on stilts. Look, you're talking about people who assaulted Capitol police officers on January the 6th, were then convicted.
And while Democrats say the fight's not over.
Now Trump is claiming that the slush fund is dead for now, but Democrats will not stop until it's well and truly buried and can never see the light of day.
Is Trump agreeing to a temporary pause part of a bigger play? Then, former First Lady Jill Biden is opening up about the historic highs and lows of her time in the White House, her panic on the night of President Biden's disastrous debate, standing with her husband as Democrats called on him to step down, and sharing her view on the East Wing being replaced with President Trump's ballroom. Here come Hot Topics with Whoopi, Sarah Haynes, Joy Behar, Anna Navarro, Sunny Hostin, and Alyssa Farah Griffin. Now let's get things started.
Yesterday, you know who and the Justice Department said they will obey a court ruling that temporarily freezes the $1.8 billion so-called anti-weaponization fund. Now, here was the reaction on both sides of the aisle. Take a look.
I'm not sure that a $1 billion-plus slush fund is the answer. I think that money could be better spent in bringing down the cost of everything and making life more affordable.
Let's call this what it is. This is corruption in broad daylight.
The tip of the iceberg of the corruption that's gone on in this administration is this weaponization fund.
You don't fix a corrupt slush fund by relying on the word of the most untrustworthy president we have ever had. You ban it. The slush fund is rotten to the core. Democrats will make sure Republicans vote on it no matter what.
So no one trusts what's happening. No one is sure they can trust anything they're hearing. So my question is, why do you think, who is agreeing with the court's decision? Because he'll always say, I'm going against him. But suddenly this was too easy. This is like, okay.
Well, I think it is because 35 former federal judges, including Judge Shira Scheindlin from the Southern District of New York, who is a legendary jurist, filed a lawsuit against President Trump. And in this lawsuit, they basically asked the court in Florida to stop the slush fund, to stop the settlement, and to also stop the part of the settlement that gave him total cover for any tax shenanigans he or his family may have done in past years.
Right.
And this judge issued a ruling, which is one of the most extraordinary rulings I have ever read. She specifically says, indeed, the corruption of the judicial process is exactly what happened here.
Explain.
The parties used that lawsuit and the court as cover for a settlement that they never brought in front of the judge. Generally, when there's a settlement in a court case, you go to the judge and say, the parties have reached an agreement, Your Honor. Here is a copy of the settlement. No federal judge would ever have approved a $1.8 billion slush fund plus IRS protection. No one would ever have approved that. And so rather than bringing this settlement in front of this judge, they voluntarily dismissed the case without the judge reviewing it. And I think what could possibly happen here, it is so rare for a judge to say that you filed a federal frivolous lawsuit. People lose their law licenses over this. People get found guilty of fraud. Criminal actions can come of this. And I think these lawyers said to this president, stand down.
I think the reason he's obeying is because he's got no damn choice. This is clearly unconstitutional. This is not one of those things where it's like up for interpretation and this court can interpret it this way, this court can interpret it that way. The Constitution under Article 1, Section 9, Clause 7, known as the Appropriations Clause, clearly says no money can be drawn from the U.S. Treasury unless it is first authorized by an act of Congress. And the Republicans have finally grown a spine in Congress and said to him, we are not approving this. And why are they not approving this? Because we are 5 months from an election. And they're going out and, you know, Trump says he doesn't care about the midterms, where the people running do care, and they're sitting in Congress, and they're going out and doing town halls and getting earfuls from constituents who are pissed as hell that at a time they can't afford groceries, they can't afford gas, they can't take their kids on summer vacations. Trump is running around talking about billions of dollars for ballrooms and arches and $1 billion+ slush fund for insurrectionists. And they have said, hell no, we're not going to take it. And Republicans have had no choice but to stand up, which in turn has given Trump no choice but to follow the Constitution.
I actually don't think that the Republicans grew a spine overnight.
Maybe not a full spine, just like the beginnings.
I don't even think the beginnings of spine. I really think that this court and this group of judges have been the only sort of checks and balances on this aberrant administration. They're supposed to be.
Congress has never cared about judges. There was a judge that clearly told him to turn the plane back when he was sending Venezuelans to El Salvador, and Trump said, "Really?"
But there were a number of Republicans who actually came out and said, if not for the courts, that they would legislatively act to try to roll this back. This is so deeply unpopular. And
but they don't even have the votes for that.
Well, they potentially, Republicans do. They have the majority if they get them, and then you get Democrats to vote with them. What I've been wondering is who cooked this up, because this gets back to the fact that in this second Trump term, I feel like you've got a lot of really internet-brained advisors, kids who are, and I say kids, adults, by the way, who maybe spend a lot of their time online. They think that the entire country sees the things the way that 30% of this country sees it, and they're like, this is going to be really popular. People definitely want to bail out January 6th insurrectionists. The people are going to cheer for this. Turns out they're not just out of step with the majority of the country, they're out of step with the majority of the Republican Party. So this is something that it was such a harebrained idea. Everyone from John Thune to Joe Rogan was like, this is a bad idea. This ain't it.
Don't you think it was the president's idea?
Probably, or an advisor came to him and was like, oh, it's clever, it's 1776. But
Alyssa, do you think they would have...
That's actually what the amount was.
This is the president's idea.
But just to lighten the mood real quick, our dear president did have this tweet, which offered me some calm in this moment where a lot of us are stressed out. Just sit back and relax. It will all work out well in the end. It always does. And I was like, oh, okay, now I feel better.
That was yesterday.
Well, I was laughing just at the fact that we actually had to wait until we heard that the president was going to abide by something the courts did. In what universe do we live that we all sit down and say, what's he going to do? It used to be that when a court decided, a judge decided, everyone just does what they're supposed to, except him.
Except him.
I really think he just didn't have a choice in this one. It was just so...
Usually that revs him up.
It was so blatant and egregious. He just didn't have a choice.
Well, let's see what happens with the second part of this, because I think that's another very important thing to keep an eye on. Because really what it came down to was him saying, I'm suing you. And him saying to himself again, well, I'm going to take you to court.
Yes.
It was very circular.
And then we're going to, I'm suing the IRS. Well, I'm not giving you any money. Oh, well, yes, you are.
Yes.
Well,
and that's what the judges, that's what the judges say. There aren't adverse parties.
Yes.
You're suing your own government, and your own government is giving you money.
Which means you're going to like the settlement
it's
regardless.
corrupt and it's illegal.
And Congress is like, fine, we're over
you didn't tell us.
And because you can't do that in terms of putting your hand in the till and pulling money in your pocket, the second half of this is going to be very interesting, because if you're not allowed to do that, then you have no case. You have no case. You have no case, and you did a frivolous lawsuit.
Already decided that this was fraud on the court. It is one of the most rare remedies.
It wasn't just the money.
Given.
It was the fact that he and his entire family were going to be exempt from audit.
It was the IRS piece.
Well, here in eternity.
Yes,
I mean,
no one gave anybody permission to grant that. And that's
I think I'm gonna sue myself. Let me see if I like the settlement.
Well, I'll tell you what you will like. When we come back, we're coming back with Jill Biden. Well, I'll tell you what you will like. When we come back, we're coming back with Jill Biden. Well, I'll tell you what you will like. When we come back, we're coming back with Jill Biden. Well, I'll tell you what you will like. When we come back, we're coming back with Jill Biden. Well, I'll tell you what you will like. When we come back, we're coming back with Jill Biden.
Help you find. This 4th of July, find your founding family at Ancestry.
An important message for Americans age 50 to 80.
Help you find. This 4th of July, find your founding family at Ancestry.
An important message for Americans age 50 to 85.
Oh my gosh, you're It's a good thing you have life insurance. Life insurance with our family history. It's a good thing you have life insurance. Life insurance with our family history. Don't you know about Colonial Penn? It's guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance with no medical questions asked. I'm on a fixed income. Who isn't? Colonial Penn.
That's right. Colonial Penn Life Insurance Company. As you get older, your health may change. Colonial Penn understands that. And we don't think it should keep you from getting life insurance to help protect your family. That's why we guarantee acceptance to everyone aged 50 to 85. No health questions, no medical exam. Applying is easy. And you have your choice of options starting at $9.95 a month, a few dollars a week, 35 cents a day. And your price will never go up. A lifetime rate lock guarantees it. This protection can last a lifetime, too. Some insurance policies end once you reach a certain age. Not this one. Pay your bill, and it's yours to keep for as long as you'd like. Ready to learn more? Call for free information and your free gift. There's no obligation.
Call 1-800-700-8989 for your free information and your free gift. That's 1-800-700-8989. There's no obligation. 1-800-700-8989. Call now.
When allergies throw a sucker punch, the power of Claritin D punches back harder. Get fast, powerful relief of your worst symptoms, like nasal congestion. Claritin clears.
David Muir, the most trusted, most watched newscast in America. And now, World News Tonight has won the Emmy for Best Live News Program for the 4th year in a row.
Survey says we're back and bigger than ever. Name something every game show host needs.
Makeup.
Number 1, style.
This brooch, that's money. Ooh.
Number 2, moves. And number 3, well-behaved stars.
I'm trying to win, doggone it.
We still working on that one.
Celebrity Family Feud season premiere, Thursday, July 9th on ABC.
I had this idea for a show. Different women, different points of view.
The View has welcomed your favorite guests and covered the issues you care about for nearly 30 years. Now, the FCC wants to control who is allowed to appear on the show. Viewers, use your voice. Scan this QR code. You have until July 6th.
Welcome back. Former First Lady Jill Biden is sharing a vivid portrait of her time in the White House in her new memoir, View from the East Wing, before it was torn down. Please welcome Jill Biden. Thanks for coming. And it's your question.
Great suit. Somebody just said up there, miss you.
Oh,
miss you.
Yeah.
So let's start, because we have a lot of questions for you. So lovely to have you here. But last time you were here with us, your husband had just left office. You were beginning to adjust to leaving the noise of the presidency. And then the bottom fell out, and all of a sudden you'll find out that Joe Biden had stage 4 metastatic prostate cancer. My husband had prostate cancer. I still cannot believe it did not get caught earlier. And so just tell us, how's Joe doing? We all love him here.
You know, he's doing okay, as probably everyone in this audience knows, because I'm sure you've all been touched by cancer. It's hard. It's hard. You know, it's stage 4. It's in his bones. But he's keeping up his schedule. He's going to D.C. on Amtrak. You know, what else? A couple times a month. He's speaking at Democratic rallies. He's writing. So he's active. He's Joe.
He's Joe. Exactly. You know, I think when so many of us heard about this diagnosis, we're wondering how the President of the United States, who has access to the best medical care in the world, arguably, never missed an annual physical. He never did.
That's right.
How could such an aggressive cancer go undetected? And you write about how you had been concerned about him. You had even alerted his medical team about the concerns. Was there a time when you said to the president, Joe, I need you to slow down, even though you're Joe?
You know, first of all, we had an amazing medical team. I mean, I had my medical team, he had his. And we did get annual physicals. And but they followed the guidelines of the American Urology Association, and which says that men don't get prostate screening after the age of 70. So unfortunately, they didn't do the PSA. And had they done that, I think...
Which is just a blood test.
I know, believe me. And so
that has to change.
It does have to change. So all you men, because I'm telling you, you need to pay attention to your health. You know, women, I think, are really good at it. But men, if you're having a problem, don't just say, oh, you know, I'm going to look at this later. You know, do something about it.
If you're not feeling
that's
your
my
body's
personal...
telling you. Your body's telling you you need to do something. And don't go with the guidelines, because the guidelines are they're very narrow. It's like getting your breast test. Mammograms. You know, if your breast feels lumpy, go to the damn doctor. Don't wait for...
Men too. Men get breast cancer.
No. Dr. Biden, I read the whole book in a day. You have so many fascinating stories. It's excellent. But one of the big revelations out of it was your reaction watching the now infamous 2024 presidential debate. And you described it on CBS saying you thought he might be having a stroke or a medical incident. I was covering it for CNN. I know it was hard for a lot of us to watch. But you say and write that you hadn't seen that from him before. You hadn't seen that sort of slippage. Many aides had said otherwise, and of course, you know, polls of Americans had expressed concerns about his age, perhaps not that performance. Do you think that there's a chance you had a blind spot to it as the person closest to him and to his spouse who just loves him so much?
You know, you're saying many aides saw this. no one ever came to me and said, Jill, you know, Joe's aging or something's wrong. So when I saw that, I mean, no doctors came to me and said that. And Joe, like I said, you said has a full team of doctors around him. And so when I saw that, when all Americans saw that moment on TV at the debate, I mean, I was frightened out of my mind because I thought, oh my God, he's having a stroke. And then I got off the stage. I went back, you know, they brought me back on, you know, we hugged, we kissed. We're walking off, and I see he's okay, but we're walking off, and he says to me, and I'm not going to say it on morning TV, but I really...
We all know Joe Biden. We know what he said.
I really messed up, didn't I? And I said, yeah, Joe, you did. And we walked off. I went to get my stuff. The docs were right there. They're like, he's fine, he's fine. We had 3 events after that. 3 that night, where he got up on stage and, you know, made speeches, whatever. And to this day, I still cannot say, like, what happened in that moment?
Wow.
What happened?
Can I say, you had a bunch of events the next day. I remember I saw you 24 hours later at an LGBTQ event for the DNC. Henry, you were there. And it was a completely different Biden. And when I said that to people, they didn't believe me. They wanted me to say it differently.
I know. I agree with that. I mean, he did fine.
And you say you've never seen him like that again.
No.
And can I ask you, Dr. Biden, do you still think that he would have been in a good place to serve as president for another 4 years until he was 86?
Well, not from what I know now. I mean, my God, who knew? I mean, it was so shocking to get that cancer diagnosis. I mean, we had, you know, here I was. I'm looking through travel magazines like, oh, where are we going to go? What are we going to do? And then we get this cancer diagnosis, and I think, what am I doing? Like, our whole life has changed now.
Well,
And so, I mean, it was just shocking.
Dr. Biden, your husband served for over 50 years as a public servant.
Yes.
You were by his side for decades. So I understand completely your first instinct to defend him after that debate we were just speaking of. But did you feel any of that fear as his wife right there beside him to protect him? He'd given so much of himself, and to see you even saying, like, I thought he was having a medical episode, I was concerned. Was there any part of you that went into protection mode of like, Joe, you can't keep doing this. Like, they're taking so much from you.
But the doctors told me he was fine. I'm not a doctor. I mean, I am a doctor.
Yes, you are, Dr. Biden. You're not a medical doctor.
I'm not a medical doctor.
I say that more because
you trust your doctor, right?
I do. My mom and dad have been married for 57 years.
Wow.
Not as long, but I've watched my mom go after my dad and my dad go after my mom in this just profound, I can't let anyone take you from me. So I just didn't know, because watching, I'm not related to President Biden, but watching, I became very protective of him. Like, you've done enough. This country has taken it. Go sit and watch sunsets. Like, I even said that to him the last time he met. So I didn't know if any of that kicked in with you and the kids around him to say, Dad, Joe, you've done enough. Like, this is enough.
No, he kept on with the campaign because that's what they said. You're fine, keep going. And that's what we did.
Well, you know, a lot of people were just stunned by him having that moment. You know, he had a moment. I'm like, okay, well, you had a moment, man.
Yeah.
You had a moment. You can't deny it. It's right there.
It's right there.
But suddenly, there was a lot of vocal Democratic supporters like Chuck Schumer, Nancy Pelosi, and George Clooney, who worked behind the scenes to get Joe to step down. Now,
that's right.
I didn't understand, and I think I said it on the show.
And maybe not so behind the scenes.
Maybe not so behind the scenes. You know, I have to try to be nice and everything.
Oh, yeah, sure. Whoopi's trying to be nice.
You know, but you say in the book, you stepped outside of your role as a protective spouse, which answers your question. You understood Obama's point of view, so...
Yes, I did.
How hard was it for you to hear it? I thought, personally, I was a little pissed off at the table the next day.
Yeah, you were.
Because I thought, you know...
I love that about you.
Well, because having had moments where you just, it was bad timing for a bad moment, you know? Because he had just come back. He'd been doing all this stuff.
As well.
And so for you, to hear other people saying, oh, and being fed this line from other people saying, oh, you know, he's Sleepy Joe, he can't do anything. What was it like
Not
to
just
hear
other
all
people.
those?
Some of them were your lifelong friends.
Yes, that's my point. And some were from the other side, because the other side is what started stirring the pot.
Stirring the pot.
And then folks got on board, and it blew up.
President
and so,
Obama spoke to you privately, though.
Right.
Yeah, and I think he spoke publicly as well.
Yeah.
And so it was really hurtful. I mean, I have to say, I mean, you have to remember, I mean, we're not just president and first lady, we're parents, we have children, we have grandchildren.
Yeah.
I mean, the hurt, yes, we can take it, we're in the public eye, we're public servants. But for our kids and our grandkids to go through that, I mean, it was rough.
That was being said.
It was rough.
Yeah.
And it was heartbreaking that, and that's, you know, that's why Joe had to decide to get out, because he had lost the support of the Democratic Party. And there were lots of friends who we kind of counted on, who we knew for 50 years. 50.
Did Nancy Pelosi ever speak to you privately, or did you find out from the press?
Well, she had a breakfast with Joe. So
did she ever speak to you privately?
Oh, no, to me, no. But, you know, it's...
Yeah.
So.
It's politics.
Well, it's politics, but you know what? If you got something to say, if you think I can't do my job, come and tell me. Don't announce it on television. Don't write an op-ed. Call me.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Okay. So there's more with Joe Biden when we come back.
Streaming every Saturday and Sunday, it's an all-new View.
Tell us more.
Yes. Catch the Weekend View.
This show is crazy on the weekend.
Streaming weekends on ABC News Live.
You've spent a lifetime opening doors. Now, one opens for you. Once Weekly Zepbound helps adults with obesity lose weight and keep it off. And now it's open to you through Medicare GLP-1 Bridge for no more than $50 a month. People taking Zepbound lost up to 48 pounds. Some lost over 58 pounds.
Don't share needles or pens or reuse needles. Don't take if allergic to it, or if you or someone in your family had MTC or MEN2. Tell your doctor if you get a lump or swelling in your neck. Stop Zepbound and call your doctor if you have severe stomach pain or a serious allergic reaction. Severe side effects may include inflamed pancreas or gallbladder problems. Tell your doctor if you experience vision changes before scheduled procedures with anesthesia. If you're nursing, pregnant, plan to be, or taking birth control pills. Taking Zepbound with the sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar. Side effects include nausea, diarrhea, and vomiting, which can cause dehydration and worsen kidney problems.
A new door opens for millions with Medicare. Ask your doctor about Zepbound. Visit zepbound.com/Medicare.
I'm sorry, sweetheart. I can't hear you.
If you're having difficulty speaking on a regular phone, this is a special message for you. The Clear Caption service allows you to read on a screen exactly what the caller is saying. It makes it easy to understand and respond immediately. There's no insurance or Medicare required. Clear Caption service is provided at no cost through a federally managed program. That's right, completely paid for by a federally managed program set up to help people with hearing loss.
Okay, your appointment is set for Wednesday at 3:30 p.m.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Any questions?
No, I'll see you then.
Give your loved ones the connection they deserve.
There is no insurance or Medicare required. Clear Caption service is provided at no cost to you. We deliver, install, and train you on how to use your phone.
Call 1-800-209-2924. That's 1-800-209-2924. 1-800-209-2924.
I didn't think I was at risk for shingles. I was 60 years old. I had a lot on my plate. I was truly caught off guard. It felt like a mountain lion bit me. I never received any relief from pain. It made me feel helpless. This is my shingles story.
Yoplait, we always select the best strawberries. Perfectly ripe. That's why our yogurt is so good. Yoplait, America's favorite strawberry yogurt.
Houses can be a lot like lungs, where they seem to be one thing until you take a look inside. Especially if you're living with COPD or asthma and still have symptoms like a wet cough with mucus that's hard to clear and infections that keep coming back. For some people, like my mom, these symptoms can point to bronchiectasis. A CT scan of your lungs can help you get a deeper look. Talk to a pulmonologist to find out if it's bronchiectasis. Learn more at suspectbe.com.
For the first time in Dancing with the Stars history, the greatest dancers will compete for a spot as the next pro.
I'm here to win.
I'm the host of this exciting new competition.
Fierce. You're an assassin.
You dance expensive.
It was dynamic. It was bold. It was 100% the wrong choice.
This is like a boot camp that I've never experienced in my life.
Your choreo isn't enough?
I'm gonna be a problem.
Welcome to the dance industry.
12 dancers.
Everything I've worked for comes down to this.
One dream.
You say you've been working your whole life for this. I can tell.
Let the fiercest dance battle begin.
Dancing with the Stars, the next pro, July 13th at 8, 7 Central on ABC and stream next day on Disney Plus and Hulu.
We are back with Jill Biden. Sonny, have the question.
Thank you, Whoopi. I agree with Alyssa. This is a quick read. It is a wonderful read. You're very vulnerable in it, and I think it'll help a lot of people. And you write very warmly about your relationship with former Vice President Kamala Harris and her husband, Doug Emhoff. Now, she also wrote a book, 107 Days, that I read, and I understand you have not read it.
No.
But in her book, she alludes to a much more fractured relationship between the Bidens and the Emhoffs. She writes that your family asked if she and Doug were loyal to your family. And she wrote that her husband, Doug, said they hide you away for 4 years, give you impossible bleep jobs, don't correct the record when those tasks are mischaracterized, never fight back when you're attacked, never praise your accomplishments. And then, he added, and still, they have to ask if we're loyal. Yeah. How do you respond to that?
I never saw that. I never felt that way with Kamala and Doug. I thought we were a great team. You know, Joe...
You look shocked.
Yeah, I mean, it's, I don't know. We were a team, and that July 4th that we were together, it was like we were saying to America, hey, we are the team. You know, it is Joe and Kamala. We are together. And so I feel, you know, Joe chose her. And for Doug to feel that way, I really am surprised. I love, you can, when you read my book,
yeah.
I talk about Doug. I love that he went into teaching. We talk about it all the time. We traveled together.
Yeah.
We had so many laughs together. And so that kind of surprises me.
Yeah.
On Vice President Harris, do you think that she could have won if she had had more time in the race?
I thought she was going to win. I mean, I went out there and I campaigned for her all over the country.
Yeah.
But do you think the abbreviated timeline may have made it too big of a task?
No, she was up to the job. Otherwise, why would Joe give her, you know, say, here, Kamala? I mean, she was up to it. Otherwise, why would she run for president if she didn't feel she was up to it?
She was up to it.
And she was up to it. And the day after, I went to bed assuming she would win. The day after, I'm downstairs, you know, I taught, so I'm there early, I'm feeding Willow, and my phone rings like 5, 6 in the morning. Did you see the results? And just at that moment, I knew. And I ran into the bedroom, and I woke Joe up, and I'm like, Joe, why didn't you tell me this? Why didn't you wake me up? And he said, yes, you know, she lost. And I was shocked. I saw the enthusiasm. I was out on the road for her. The excitement. We all saw the big crowds.
Words that Donald Trump never said. I lost when Joe Biden won.
Yes, that's exactly right. That's exactly.
And can I ask, do you think she should run again in 2028?
That's up to Kamala.
Yeah.
That's up to Kamala.
And it's you, babe.
So let's talk about the space formerly known as the East Wing.
Oh, yeah. Remember that?
Yeah.
And so you worked as First Lady in the East Wing. You decorated it so beautifully for so many different events with my friend Carlos Elizondo, who was your social secretary. But so you worked in the East Wing of the White House, which has since been demolished to make way for a new $1 billion, I now think it's $1.5 billion ballroom. So as somebody who knows the building, you've lived in that space, what are your actual feelings? Like, what are you feeling personally and as an American, as somebody who...
Because isn't that the First Lady's office?
That is the First Lady's office space, and...
That says a lot about him, don't it?
But it's also where we walked in for the Christmas parties.
You know, I love the East Wing. I mean, that's where I worked every day, and it's where Americans walk, or anybody walks in. That's the entrance. And you walk in and you feel this excitement. You're with your family. You're taking pictures.
It's beautiful.
You walk down the hallway, and I hung art from military families to say, hey, military families are so important to our administration as a military family ourselves. Then I took all the old pictures of the older men presidents and that were hanging there for 50 years or whatever, and I replaced it by First Ladies that everybody knew. So you walk down the hall and you said, hey Hillary, hey Laura, you know, you would recognize who was there. Hey Michelle. And then I changed the tour so that the tour became interactive. You know, I'm a teacher, and we learned through all of our senses, so you could feel the marble, you could hear FDR's voice. The pictures changed, you know, so I didn't want kids walking in the White House looking at their phone. Put that phone down and interact with what's in the White House. And that was important
but
to me.
I know you're a little, you know, you're repressed about your feelings. You write about that in the book. I'm asking you, how do you feel?
I'm heartbroken.
I'm angry.
Heartbroken.
I'm angry.
All right.
But where does anger get you?
I don't know, but it feels good.
And Dr. Biden, I do want to ask, because as I said, this is a great book. This is a great political memoir, but there are Democrats within the party who are saying now is not the time. It's putting relitigating 2024 back in the headlines. The debate around your president, if he should have gotten out, when he should have, when Democrats are really trying to hone their message ahead of the midterms. What do you say to those criticisms?
I say, read my book. It's one chapter in 35 chapters. My book is about me, my reflections as First Lady, my reflections as a teacher, what I went through to plan state dinners or all the events that we had, the teacher's state dinner, our time at Camp David. It's my reflections of what I did as I traveled around this country and met so many amazing Americans and their families. It's my book. It's not this political comment on what happened. It's my reflection of 4 years, not one moment in time, 4 years.
And it's yours.
And it's mine.
You're right. So everybody should just calm down. Calm down with all the stuff that you're hearing from folks. This is what's bothering you. Please.
Well, and everybody else has written about it, so why shouldn't the person that was in there?
You know? And we have more with Jill Biden when we come back.
This little light of mine has been dark for quite some time. Then I let in the light to help see more of the light inside of me.
I needed more from my antidepressant, so my doctor added Caplyta, proven to provide greater relief from depression symptoms than an antidepressant alone, building on my progress without starting over. Weight gain and reported sexual side effects were not common.
Elderly dementia patients have increased risk of death or stroke. Caplyta is not approved for dementia-related psychosis. Call your doctor about new or sudden mood changes, behaviors, or suicidal thoughts right away. Antidepressants may increase these risks. Report fever, confusion, stiff muscles, which may be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may be permanent. High cholesterol and weight gain may occur, as can high blood sugar, which may be fatal. Common side effects are sleepiness, dizziness, nausea, dry mouth, feeling tired, and diarrhea. These aren't all the side effects.
Ask your doctor about Caplyta.
Help see more of the light inside of me.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. With Ethos, it's so fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage.
Check your price today at ethos.com.
For Jim, life's big moments happen in seconds, like falling in love with Abby in as little as 2 seconds, or proposing to her in 78 seconds. Then Jim had the hardest conversation of his life in 100 seconds when he learned that he had cancer. Because life's big moments add up in seconds, Jim and his doctor chose Opdivo Qvantig for its administration time, an injectable immunotherapy given in as little as 180 seconds. It may be used alone in adults to treat melanoma, a type of skin cancer that is spread or can't be removed by surgery and is approved for many other cancers. Opdivo Qvantig can cause your immune system to harm healthy parts of your body during and after treatment. These problems can be severe and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you have a cough, chest pain, shortness of breath, irregular heartbeat, diarrhea, constipation, severe stomach pain, severe nausea or vomiting, dizziness, fainting, eye problems, extreme tiredness, changes in appetite, thirst or urine, rash, itching, confusion, memory problems, muscle pain or weakness, joint pain or fever. Report severe or persistent muscle or joint pain. Tell your doctor if you have myasthenia gravis or Guillain-Barré syndrome. Immune system problems include Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, and lupus. These are not all the possible side effects. Tell your doctor about all medical conditions, including immune or nervous system problems. If you've had or plan to have an organ or stem cell transplant or receive chest radiation, Opdivo Qvantig can harm your unborn baby. Because every second counts. Opdivo Qvantig.
July 4th, 24 hours non-stop. Live all across the country. This is where it happens. Disney celebrates America 250.
When I was diagnosed with early-stage Alzheimer's, everything changed. Now I'm sharing what families should know about this devastating disease, the facts, treatments, and powerful stories. Join me as we explore living with Alzheimer's.
Bill Ritter Report, only on Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
This is Emma. She used to push through her days, even when her legs made every step feel heavier than the last. Emma lived with varicose veins, spider veins, leg pain, cramps, swelling, even difficulty standing. Not knowing relief was closer than she thought. Vein disease will worsen if left untreated and can lead to serious medical complications. At USA Vein Clinics, our non-surgical 15-minute treatments are covered by most insurance plans.
Call now for your free vein screening.
347-894-5005.
DraftKings Casino has all your favorite slot games. Sounds like fun. But wait, what does fun sound like? Maybe it sounds like... or something more like... Fun definitely sounds like... whatever fun sounds like to you, the #1 casino app has you covered. It's the funnest fun you've ever funned. All players get a free daily reward and a chance at free flex spins on your choice of over 100 slots every day.
Chester County's Brandywine Valley is historic by nature. Memorable moments come naturally. Just a drive away in Philadelphia's countryside. Book a stay with untimed tickets to Longwood Gardens at brandywinevalley.com.
We are back with Jill Biden. Sarah has the next question.
Yeah, so as we've spoke about before, your family's been in the political spotlight for decades, and at a profound personal cost at moments. President Biden suffered the loss of his first wife and daughter in a tragic car accident. Your son Hunter struggles with addiction. Struggled with addiction, and the heartbreaking death of your son Beau from cancer. So you write that on the day you cast your vote for Vice President Harris, you visited Beau's grave. And at that cemetery, you let yourself cry for the first time in a long time. What was it about that moment that you allowed yourself to feel so much and open the door to all of those things, the pain?
You know, I also write in the book about the relationship between mothers and sons and what a special relationship that is. And I felt that way about my sons always. I mean, when I married Joe, I married a family. I married Joe and the boys. And I just felt so close to them, and I felt, you know, at that moment after casting my vote, I could go to Beau's headstone, the graveyard, and I could just talk to Beau. And so I just cried. I mean, listen, the anniversary of Beau's death was May 30th, just a few days ago. I still go all the time and talk to Bo. Especially since Joe's cancer diagnosis, I say, Bo, where are you? I need you. Your dad is sick. And I don't know, you've probably all lost someone that you've loved so, so much. Yeah. And you just don't stop that relationship. I mean, he's my boy. You know, you say, every morning I pray for him. I pray for my other children too, but I've lost him. Yeah. So, you know, he's still a part of my life, a big part of my life. He will be always. Always. Yeah. And that's
Hunter's doing well?
Hunter is, oh my gosh, Hunter is doing so great. And he's sober. He has a beautiful child. I mean, yes. Who's named Bo? Who's named Bo? He named his son after Bo, and Bo named his son after Hunter. So, yeah, just shows the bond.
Yeah. Well, you know, the book is spectacular.
Thank you.
So our thanks to Jill Biden. The new book, View from the East Wing, is out today, and you can scan the QR code on your screen to buy it. And if you happen to be an audio person, Jill reads the book.
Yeah.
So, we'll be right back.
Thank
you. Love saving money? Then it's time to join AARP. Get your first full year for just $15 with automatic renewal and get a second membership free.
That's a great deal.
You'll have access to hundreds of benefits to help you save money, stay healthy, and have fun. Plus everyday discounts at top retailers, dining, and more. Your first year is just $15 with automatic renewal and get a second membership and an insulated trunk organizer for free.
Call 800-721-1050 or go online today.
Simparica Trio protects against 3 categories of parasites.
Power disease.
This drug class has been associated with neurologic side effects, including seizures. Use with caution in dogs with or without a history of these disorders. Don't just protect, triple protect.
I can't afford to overpay.
Doug, are you hiding from used car shopping?
Maybe.
I'm always here to help.
Show me, Carfox.
Almost half of all used cars have been in an accident. Half! Carfax can show how damage impacts price, so you don't have to overpay.
Whoa, I don't have to overpay?
You don't have to overpay.
I don't have to overpay. I don't have to overpay. Come on.
You don't have to overpay. Get free Carfax reports on every car listed, only at Carfax.
You know the Founding Fathers. But do you know your founding family? Learn how their stories became yours. Get started today before our sale ends.
COPD isn't pretty. From the struggle to breathe, to getting stopped in your tracks.
Bye, Grandma.
But with Trelegy, I can finally move forward. With 3 medicines in 1 inhaler, Trelegy keeps my airways open for a full 24 hours and prevents future flare-ups. Once daily Trelegy also improves lung function, so I can breathe more freely all day and night.
Trelegy won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Do not take Trelegy more than prescribed. Trelegy may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur.
Ask your doctor about once daily Trelegy for COPD, because breathing should be beautiful all day and night.
Let's shop and then rendezvous at the food court at 2 p.m.
Okay, it's not a heist. Just say meet up.
Okay.
Young homeowners can't do anything without a plan.
Okay, what's our plan of attack?
It's a flea market. We're not attacking anything.
All right, we should hit rides first, then concessions after.
How about we just eat when we're hungry?
What if one of us is hungry, but the others aren't as hungry?
I'm not hungry right now. I feel like in an hour, though.
Progressive can't protect you from becoming your parents, but we can protect your home and auto when you bundle with us.
Hey, doctor, maybe we should regroup at the shrubbery?
Do kids want to grow tall to reach the pros or to reach a Reese's? Some might say that is an unfair advantage. But I say everything happens for a Reese's.
No pain, no gain? No thanks. Real strength isn't taking the pain, it's treating it. When there's no pain, there's more gain. Advil Liquid Gels target pain caused by inflammation for fast, strong relief. Advil, that's real strength.
Next on Eyewitness News, the heat is on and it is here to stay with temperatures climbing into the 100s. And the NYPD ramps up security as we head into the busy holiday weekend. The plans to keep everyone safe on 4th of July celebrations.
Party with ABC7 this summer at Brick Celebrate Brooklyn. Amazing free concerts with world-famous artists right here at the Lena Horne Band Show in Prospect Park. Check out this week's shows. Get the full schedule at brickartsmedia.org or abc7ny.com.
Glaciers, dazzling fjords, majestic bald eagles, and polar bears, emerald cliffs, live volcanoes, white, black, and green sand beaches. This week, it's time to escape to Alaska and Hawaii on GMA.
Welcome back. So after nearly 4 years after walking off the court, legendary tennis star Serena Williams has confirmed that she's getting back in the game for next week's HSBC Championship doubles event. She's a 23-time Grand Slam champion. I think it's kind of fabulous.
I think it's great.
Yeah.
I think just because fans enjoy the product athletes put out doesn't mean they're doing it for us. Like, this is her journey, and if she's not done yet, I say go show them what else you got in there.
And she's in great shape right now. She's, she's lost a ton of weight. Is great, physically great, mentally great. And actually, Martina Navratilova did this back in 2000. She had retired. She came back at 43 and went on to win 2 more Grand Slams in mixed doubles. So I'm excited for her. And listen, so what's the worst that can happen? That she tries it and she doesn't and she doesn't do well? So what? She tried it and she went off and out in her own terms. I love it.
I think it's fascinating that people are actually questioning Serena Williams, who is arguably one of there are people saying
anybody that's ever played tennis
that she is too old. They're saying she is too old to play. She is an elite athlete. She is arguably the best athlete, male or female, in decades. And so I think, that athletes know their bodies better than most people. She knows her training. She would not step back on that court if she weren't ready. I can't wait to buy a ticket to see her play. It's just... It's shocking.
And this is what happens a lot of times with, like, the GOATs, as we call them. Like, Tom Brady retired, then unretired because you love the game. Michael Jordan, Lindsey Vonn went back, Tiger Woods. Like, they love the game. They go on to constantly be competing against themselves. I love it for her. I want to know who she's going to play with.
Like, when you see someone aging up and they're like, they're getting so old, I cheer harder for that person no matter who they are. Because I'm like, it inspires you to say we can all have resurgence. Like, I love it.
And by the way, Venus came back at 43, so she's just following.
The people who are saying that she's too old can't play.
They can't play.
Okay?
And couldn't when they were 20.
Exactly.
So, if you're not an athlete, an elite athlete, then maybe keep some of those comments to yourself.
Correct.
Let's see what you're doing. How you doing with pickleball?
Wait.
I feel attacked here.
But that's,
it's harder than it looks.
But I say, if you can beat that.
There. Martina Navratilova says pickleball is tennis for physically challenged people.
Yes, exactly. Myself.
Pickleball is harder than it looks.
It's harder than it looks.
But I say to you, people who play pickleball, if you are, listen, hush up, let me finish up this up so I can close the thing out.
The headlines tomorrow.
It's all done.
July 4th, 24 hours non-stop, live all across the country. This is where it happens. Disney celebrates America 250.
Even on my antidepressant, I wasn't making enough progress and still hiding my depression. I wanted more for myself. So my doctor recommended Rexulti.
When taken with an antidepressant, Rexulti was proven to significantly reduce depression symptoms, more than an antidepressant alone.
She said Rexulti could provide a boost. Adding on helped me move forward.
Elderly people with dementia-related psychosis have increased risk of death or stroke. Antidepressants may increase suicidal thoughts and actions and worsen depression in children and young adults. Call your healthcare provider right away to report new or sudden changes in mood, behavior, thoughts, or feelings, or if you develop suicidal thoughts or actions. Report fever, stiff muscles, and confusion, which can be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may be permanent. High blood sugar can lead to coma or death. Weight gain, increased cholesterol, unusual urges, dizziness on standing, falls, seizures, trouble swallowing, or sleepiness may occur.
Could a boost help you build on your progress?
Ask your doctor about adding.
At Yoplait, we always select the best strawberries. Perfectly ripe. That's why our yogurt is so good. Yoplait, America's favorite strawberry yogurt.
Houses can be a lot like lungs, where they seem to be one thing until you take a look inside. Especially if you're living with COPD or asthma and still have symptoms like a wet cough with mucus that's hard to clear and infections that keep coming back. For some people, like my mom, these symptoms can point to bronchiectasis. A CT scan of your lungs can help you get a deeper look. Talk to a pulmonologist to find out if it's bronchiectasis. Learn more at suspectbe.com.
Yep, your worst nightmare. Your car broke down. Now you're worried if it's going to cost you a fortune in repair bills. Unless you already called CarShield, the legit #1 auto protection company in the country. When you're protected with a plan through CarShield, the process is smooth like ice and done in as little as 3 steps. 1. First, the tow truck takes your car to the shop. The cost of towing, covered when you got a plan through CarShield. Next, you probably need to get around while your vehicle's being repaired, right? 2, plans through CarShield have rental car options too. Then comes the best part. 3, when you pick up your vehicle, you don't have a big repair bill to worry about. CarShield administrators get your covered repairs paid directly to the shop, so you're back on the road with no worries. Call now to get an affordable plan through CarShield for your vehicle before it's too late. When you call CarShield, whether you got a small problem like a power window motor that could cost a few $100s, or a big problem like an engine or transmission that could cost you thousands of dollars, you're taken care of. CarShield is the #1 auto protection company in the country, and their administrators have paid out more than $1 billion in auto repairs. That's billion with a B. CarShield is the choice that gives you the CarShield guarantee. Your rate never goes up, and your coverage never goes down, no matter how many claims you have. Look, it's inevitable. As your car or truck ages, the parts and components are gonna fail. It's not worth the risk. Call CarShield now.
Waiting until your car breaks down is too late. Call CarShield for coverage on up to 5,000 parts and get the CarShield guarantee, where your rate never goes up and your coverage never goes down, no matter how many claims you have. Call 800-621-1185. 800-621-1185.
When you need fast relief from your backed up gut, Mirafast works naturally with your body in as little as 30 minutes. Mirafast acts faster, works gently. Now find Mirafast in the kids aisle for gentle, worry-free constipation relief.
It's the party of the year as Disney celebrates America Nashville Star Spangled Bash with live performances by Reba McEntire, Nick Jonas, Neo, Sublime, and more. Live coast to coast, Saturday, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific on ABC.
Anna's Behind is on our podcast today. We want you to have a great day. Everyone take a little time to enjoy the view and don't give up the ship. We are in this together. We'll get through it together. We'll see you tomorrow.
Right now, it's New York's #1 news with David Navarro and Sandra Bookman and meteorologist Brittany Bell with the exclusive AccuWeather forecast. Now, Eyewitness News at noon.
The NYPD and the Coast Guard detailed plans to keep New Yorkers safe with a full slate of events scheduled this weekend for America's 250th birthday.
But first, an AccuWeather